Sunday, July 22nd, 4 a.m. Mountain Time, 2018. Guys, in this video, we're going to take a look at some new examples of this very mysterious phenomenon that's being seen all around the world. These giant squares in the sky. And as we all can pretty much agree on, nature doesn't work in 90-degree angles. This one here is a little smaller one. They're comparing that to like a carpet or a rug in the sky. This one here is obviously tremendously huge. I'm at strangesounds.org, and the story is titled "Abnormal Square Clouds Are Forming Around the World and Nobody Can Explain Why." And I've got some new pictures to share with you guys that have been sent in recently. There is an explanation that kind of insinuates that airplanes are responsible for these, in some cases, huge structure like perfect 90-degree angles in the sky. And it's almost hard to believe simply because, here's a good example here. If you look inside of the giant chevron, triangle, square, whatever you want to call it, that doesn't look like a natural phenomenon. Now inside of it, it does. Those cloud-like formations look very random. The sky is very random. If you could see the air, it would look probably much like the ocean waves or something, similar to that. It's very random. If you saw this out in the ocean, it would be extremely difficult to explain. With regard to the sky, they're saying that airplanes are causing this because airplanes travel in the sky. Can you imagine if something like this were spotted in the ocean and stayed there for an extended period of time, and it was blamed on a ship or a pair of ships? That's about how much sense it makes to me. But I find them very fascinating. Some of them are extremely big. In fact, I've got some new pictures of a very large one that was sent in a couple of weeks ago that I'm going to share with you here in just a minute. But first, I want to share from yesterday morning, around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. So I went outside with the camera, pointed it towards the sky, and as you can see, I captured some sort of a anomaly during a very rapid burst of lightning. This wasn't a bolt, this was just a large flash in the sky. That appeared, and I have that on video. This only occurred in a matter of probably less than a second. The camera just happened to detect whatever this is, but it looked like something either came through the cloud or went up through the cloud, made a hole. I don't know. It's almost kind of even difficult to describe. But here's the video that I took from 4 a.m. yesterday morning. And you can see that, whatever that is that appeared in the video, this is at normal speed. There is the, hold on, let me reposition this video so that we can all see it. There we go. It's right down here on the lower left-hand corner. This was at 4 a.m., approximately 4 a.m. See it? Isn't that weird? I'll play it again. But much like the big squares or triangles in the sky, it's just hard to explain. There it is right there. Let me play it again. I'll back it up a little bit. I thought I could zoom in. There we go. Now I've got it slowed down tremendously so we can get a better look at it. I don't know if that's some sort of a, well, it wasn't raining. Maybe it's a rain shaft coming down through the cloud. It doesn't look like a tornado, even though it's kind of a narrow structure that looks like it's coming down through the cloud. I don't know. I have no idea. I've filmed many lightning storms and thunderstorms in general. It's just I've never seen anything quite like that. It's rather unique. Don't know what we've got there, but that was in southeast. That was viewed from southeast Phoenix in the southwestern sky, 4 a.m. yesterday morning. And I still don't know what that is. Just kind of interesting, that's all. And that happened, or that was visible only for a nanosecond. Could have been there for an extended period of time, but I didn't see it. I only saw it through the camera after I looked at the video. But back to the giant squares in the sky. Got some new pictures that were sent in recently. one that is absolutely massive. This one here was sent in by Richard, and it's of the night sky, and what he's observing here is this very definitive line between light and dark. Why is it there? That's the moonlight. What's creating that very sharp line? There's a definite contrast there, and it doesn't look that much differently this side from that side. It looks random, and that's what we look for in the sky. We look for random clouds and things like that. You know, even contrails, once they're laid in the sky from an airplane, they don't stay typically, you know, perfectly straight. They'll kind of drift through the sky, usually. This here, though, being at night, and it's just a sharp contrast between dark and light, I have no idea, but that was a good observation. Thank you for sharing that, Richard. This is an obvious chevron-type triangle in the sky sent in by William. And this is image number 1, and I think he sent in 2. Here's a little better look at it here. It's kind of hard to see, but it's there. It's kind of tucked in behind some layers of other clouds, but it's back there. And again, no idea what caused that. This is definitely not a square or a triangle or a chevron. Looks like a giant pitchfork. Photographed by Laura in Pismo Beach, California. This was sent in a few days ago as well. And that one is very, very unique. But again, you know, if an airplane were to create those large triangular squares in the sky, and let's say another one went by and it held its formation, well, what would fill in the center, like we've seen in the other pictures, you know? Yeah, I get that airplanes maybe can cross lines like that every once in a while and form some sort of a... in fact, I've seen many X's in the sky, but I've never seen that perfect of a square or triangle in the sky from airplanes. That's just too perfect to me. But I don't know what it could be. But here's something that's not a square or a triangle. Looks kind of random. On top of a very tall cloud from Urbana, Illinois. And this was sent in by Ashley. And you can see the contrast of something different on the top of this bank of clouds. I've got this in about 3 different formats so we can kind of get a better look at what we've got going on up here. Whatever that may be. This is a little farther away. And you can see there's something unusual on the top of that cloud bank. That was sent in by Ashley from Urbana, Illinois. Here's another look at it here, and you can see the contrast. There's something right there. I don't know if that's some sort of a balloon. There's actually a couple. Maybe it's just a photograph glitch. I don't know. But this is no glitch. She observed that. That is exactly why she took the picture. Very cool. We've seen these before. They're kind of rare. Don't see these very often. In some cases, they're a different color. The clouds that they're above will be white, like you see here, but these will be sometimes multicolored, glowing with light, different colors of light. This one, however, is not. Looks kind of transparent, almost clear. And again, that was sent in from Urbana, Illinois. Here's another triangle, big square-looking thing in the sky that was sent in from Santa Rosa, California by Michael. Thank you, Michael, for sharing that. And then here's the great big one sent in from Australia, Victoria, Australia. This thing is absolutely mind-blowingly big. I wouldn't even begin to guess how big this thing is. That's the original picture. In fact, there were 2. Here I've got it inverted into negative format, and you can see just how big this chevron, triangle, whatever you want to call it is. Here's another look at it. Extends way back there, almost as far as you can see, and then up here as well. And that's like the front leading edge up to the point. That was huge. Witnessed in Australia. Here's one more look at it here. Totally obvious. There's something up there that just doesn't look like it fits in with the rest of the sky. Looks natural. That looks natural. Looks natural over there. This just definitely doesn't look natural. So good observations. I want to thank you guys for sharing those observations with us. Mysteries of the earth, they continue to mystify us. And guys, keep sending in the pictures. I certainly appreciate it. I've got a lot of emails to get through. We were out of town for a couple of days, but we're back, and I will be getting back into the emails later on today and this evening. So if you have any pictures that you would like to share, send them to reports@mrmbb333.com. The email can be found at the website, which is also linked below in the description box, mrmbb333.com. You can find the website right here, and the email is also right there on the lower left-hand side. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a super day, and be safe out there.